Hi Pisces, welcome to your new moon solar eclipse in Libra reading for October 14th, 2023. New moons bring in new cycles. This is a good time to start something new. However, it is a solar eclipse, and that can cause some havoc, but it can also extend this energy anywhere from 6 months to a year. Normally, I would say this is a 2 week to a month reading, but yeah, it can be extended. So, the direction that this reading is going in is the loving woman. It's a number 6, and it's people. So this can be somebody who helps to balance things out with that number 6. This can be you, or it can be somebody else in your energy. Let's see. But it's the loving woman. That's nice. It's not negative. I mean, in any case, that's the direction that the reading is going in. For you, your focus for the next 2 weeks can be the Wheel of Fortune, karma, destiny, change, fortune, cycles, the unexpected. If you're at the top of the wheel, you may go to the bottom. If you're at the bottom, you may go to the top. But it is understanding cycles, which is really important because the wheel keeps turning. It is usually a fortunate change in events. The number 10, the frequency of 10 is the end of a cycle while simultaneously beginning something new, which again is the cycles, right? It's a perpetual spin of the wheel. Life is a gamble. That's the Wheel of Fortune. So let's see how this is playing out in your world. You have the Judgment card. I like this card. I find it to be an important one. It's the step right before we graduate onto a new level, a level up. So it's kind of like the accumulation of all the information that we've gathered through these cycles, through these major cycles in our maturation, right? As we're maturing humanity. So these are epiphanies. These are, we can kind of get, it's like the clarion call. It's the call of the call to action. We may know where we belong in the universe when this card comes up, what we're supposed to do, why it all happened. It's that kind of big energy. It's a rebirth, reinvigorated energy. It's big stuff, I think. It's definitely a call to action here, though. That comes with the King of Pentacles. Okay. This can be somebody who is, this is my Gemini card for me. This person is master of their physical reality. There could be a big focus on work and finance when the king appears. And these are people who are persistent and diligent, and they make small changes to create big sweeping ones, right? So very interesting. That can be somebody in your vicinity, or it can be you. You may be taking on this energy. It's almost like, oh, I know what I should be doing in this world. I know what my part is in this world. Can be. Nice. Ace of Swords. This is you and how you're dealing with the whole situation. This is clarity, which makes perfect sense with the Judgment card, right? It's epiphanies. It is action that's taken through clear vision, through clear understanding. It's the Excalibur sword. It's truth, and it is triumph and security. But it is the beginning of the beginning of an action where you have to go through the entire cycle. And the sword cycle is mental, first of all. It's your mental attributes, but it's also one of the more difficult energies to move through, because it really is about getting a handle on your thoughts and how thoughts create your particular reality. And we have something called the monkey mind, And so it's very difficult to navigate and to control the way we think. So it's my yes card, so you can get a yes answer or an affirmative. And it is winter timing, so it's my winter timing card. So things may be happening around that time because we are talking about cycles here with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so this person can be an ally for us. This is the Three of Wands, and these are allies, but this can come through not only people, but books and workshops. It is the information and the people that we gather around us to help us to move in new directions. And it's a creative number, the number 3, really nice. So we may get some yes answers or some right people on our path, that kind of energy. We will look further into that in a minute. But it's a nice card. We could get an affirmative answer from people that are trying to help us. It's kind of like you're sending out your ships and waiting for the for the okay. Yeah, we'll take you on, or yes, we like your ideas, that kind of thing. So you're waiting for the answer, and the answer is probably yes. What's the outcome? 9 of Pentacles. That's also very nice. 9 of Pentacles is a strong, independent person who, through their own hard work, creates a beautiful, luxurious life for themselves, because this is the Lord of Wealth. The 9 of Pentacles, it can be inheritance card, but it is independence. And yeah, I like this card. And what comes with that? Temperance. Okay? Slowly, slowly catching monkey. That's the Temperance card. Things are in a state of flux. And again, I mean, this can be a year out that we find some kind of financial independence. But the Temperance card says, and this is the state of Saturn, right? Saturn in our sign is talking about patience and keeping a steady flow, keeping the work going. Don't waffle, right? Slow and steady, the Temperance card. It is moderation, and there is sort of like a refinement going on. We're using alchemy to purify base metals into gold, so to speak. So, very interesting card. But the nice thing to know is that that 9 of Pentacles is there. It's just a matter of refinement, taking your time. And also for me, the Temperance card is very much talks about spiritualizing what it is that you do, right? It's sacred, it's holy to you. Yeah, very nice. This is the Knight of Swords, which is the Knight in Shining Armor card. Something or someone comes in to kind of save the day. However, they can leave just as quickly because there's more people to help out there. So you kind of have to catch him while he's here. But it is a quick moving energy. They can be quick messages, something that comes in that stirs up energy. But again, and this can be somebody who's highly logical too, somebody highly logical or logic information that comes in as well. Maybe the King of Pentacles is saying, well, if you want to get to this, this is how you do it. And then he's gone, right? And so you're left with the information that you have to then kind of refine, I don't want to say, relate it to what it is you're doing. Right? You may not be doing what this King of Pentacles is doing, but how can you relate the information to what you're doing? Possible here. Interesting. Okay. Now this is a conundrum. This is my no card. So you have yes and no answer. maybe some things yes, maybe some things no. That can be through allies too, right? We're talking about the loving woman here, um, and the King of Pentacles shows up. But this can be people, organizations. This is asking permission. It is filling out forms. It's standing in lines. It's the DMV. It's any large organization. So governments, hospitals, schools, universities, etc., that kind of thing. But it is partial information. And so maybe you get a yes to partial permission or something like that, and there is a waiting period for the rest. You couldn't get started on something, right? And then maybe a organization comes in and says, wait a minute, first this, and this. And so you have to kind of, not necessarily go back, but you have to then follow some rules. This is very traditional energy. For some, this may be marriage. Because if this is the King of Pentacles, somebody that you are romantically involved with, or will be, because he comes in quite quickly here or out of the blue, maybe there's a yes answer to a marriage proposal for some. I mean, life is a gamble here, right? With that Wheel of Fortune. So everything's kind of up for grabs a little bit. Interesting. This is my least favorite card in the deck. This is my most favorite card, or one of them anyway. So I find that quite interesting. And I think I don't enjoy the Hierophant as much because of the idea of, well, you have to go through initiations. You have to jump through hoops to get the information. It's not free to you, right? You have to ask permission. You have to fill out these forms. You have to stand in line. It's just not available to you. You have to do something for it. So I know a lot of people who don't mind this, but it is also religion, right? So, clarity in what you believe in. Six of Pentacles. So interesting. You can get a little something, right? It's not the full 9, it's 6, and that's not terrible. This is a very charitable card, the Six of Pentacles. Somebody may help you out, or you may help someone else out while these changes are taking place, while these cycles are turning. And this can be the loving woman. This can be somebody who has a lot of money or inheritance, and she says, okay, well, let me help you out here. Or, through the act of charity, you can turn this Six of Pentacles into 9. Somebody helps you out, but in the end, you can make a huge profit. Or the profit that you do make from this situation, you can help out other people. Now, Rahu, at the end of October, is going into Pisces. So I would definitely check what that means for you. But there is this energy of it's an interesting energy, I will put it that way. It's pretty complicated. There's a lot to it. So I will probably I'll tell you what, I'll have that information for you at the full moon. Because there's a lot to it, and I'll see if I can condense it down into something a little more bite-sized for you. Unless you want to check it out yourself, by all means do, but I think I'll include that in my next, in the next lunar reading. This is bringing balance to situations, though, and I feel like it feels to me like a very steady progress, steady progression here. There is a hierarchical energy with both of these cards for me. Obviously, this is the person who has all the answers, and, these are the people that are kind of asking permission or asking if they may know as well. And it kind of feels very similar here. You have the two people at the feet of this person who has, right? So there's a lot of similarity between these two. The 5, however, is the energy of instability, and you need that 6 to bring it back into balance. And so this can be the balancing artifact, or the balancing situation that can come in that helps to bring everything and normalize it a little bit, so that you aren't feeling so changeable. 5 is the roller coaster ride, right? It's up and it's down, and we're looking for some stability here. Interesting. But, I mean, the thing that I think one of the nice things to understand here is that even if we are headed in the trajectory of the 9 of Pentacles, right, that strong, independent person, 2 things. We can, at this point, we're still probably at the end of the 2 weeks to a month period. We're still kind of at that phase of, well, I'm a little more stable, but there's more to go, and I have to be patient in order to get to that 9 of Pentacles, right? In order to get to that independent feeling. And if you have that ability with that 9 of Pentacles, part of the refinement, or part of the, I would say, part of the reason that you're receiving that 9 of Pentacles, or that strong independence, would be the ability to help other people. Because we are Pisces, right? And there is a little more of an altruistic attitude with most Pisces. Not everybody, right? You have your higher and your lower, but there is a very altruistic energy, and that's this card. You know, we do something to help people. Pisces is the last sign. It is kind of born retired, but the idea is to take all that information that you have learned from all your cycles, from the previous 11 cycles, let's say, and do something good with it, and that would be to help other people. So, what does Spirit want you to know? This is wonderful. You have the Queen of Pentacles. This is providing energy, right? Providing. A caregiver, which I just mentioned. Self-preserving. So we won't be that, because we're here already saying, yeah, I'll help. What can I do to help? Entitlement. That would be this card. Pretentious. I mean, sometimes with the 9 of Pentacles, if you have a lot, you can be pretentious. Energy can be there. Practicality. This Queen of Pentacles is very practical, and she is practical in her approach to creating stability in her life. But here's the kicker: she usually gets what she wants. This is probably the loving woman, and that can be you. Can be you, especially with that 6 of Pentacles. But it can also be somebody outside of us that is helping. It feels to me like we have an epiphany of some sort, where we're like, oh, that's what I'm going to do, or that's what I'll focus the energy on, because I think Pisces often have multiple things on their plate, at least I do, and it would be great to pull them all together and hone them in a particular direction where you can use all of those facets to make one really beautiful diamond. And hopefully that's the direction we're going in. But whatever it is, there is something of an independent individual here with that 9 of Pentacles. It's good. It's really good. Okay. Thank you for listening. I hope this has been helpful. I'll return in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. And in the meantime, take good care. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Bye for now.